What is up, Ultimate Ninjas? Welcome to week 6 of the competitive league. We're gonna jump right into it. Course time limit this week, 3 minutes, 30 seconds. You're allowed one person to be on the course to film you. Liquid chalk only. Let's get to it. Thought we'd switch it up for week 6. We're starting on the opposite end of the gym for the first time. You're gonna start right here on this green box, and your first obstacle is the mountain jump. You will use this parkour step using your feet and hands, this trampoline, and this parkour step to dismount onto this gray pad. This is a 2-point obstacle. You will receive your first point when you reach the trampoline, and your second point when you dismount onto the gray. Now, on the gray, you will start your next one, the Bosu balance walk. So you'll start here. You are only allowed to use the Bosus. This is a feet-only obstacle. There's no using your hands. As you can see, there's a lot of stuff around here. No using your hands on this, no using your hands on the truss or the walls. You can't even put your hands on the Bosu balls. Feet only for this obstacle. You will use the Bosus all the way down until you get to this green box right here. This is a 3-point obstacle. You receive your first point when you touch Bosu number 2. Your second point when you touch Bosu number 3, and your third and final point when you dismount onto the green. From there, you will go on to Ring Alley. You will use your hands only on the rings. Traverse your way down using as many or as few as the rings to dismount onto the blue floor. This is a 3-point obstacle. You receive your first point when you touch ring number 3. Your second point when you touch ring number 6. And your third and final point when you dismount onto the blue. From there, you will move on to the box push. You will step up onto this black box. You are not allowed to touch this gray mat in any way. No incidental contact is allowed throughout this obstacle. You can use your hands and feet on this obstacle. You will hop up onto the box. You can push this box over and transition to the next one, to the next one, to the next one. Whoa. And you're gonna dismount past this pad. You must go over this pad. You cannot touch this pad at all. That includes the incidental contact. This is a 3-point obstacle. Receive your first point, box number 2. Second point, box number 3. Third and final point when you dismount past the line. From there, you'll go on to the perfect body prop. As you see, we have the quintuple steps set up. The quintuple steps, you are only allowed to use your feet. For your hands, you will be using the perfect push-up handles. You will traverse your way through these steps to get to the green dismount. Now, you are not allowed to just come over here and jump to the green. You must engage this first step. So your feet must go on the first step and work your way through. Don't cheat this obstacle. There's no way I could have created around it. Gotta go all the way around. This is a 5-point obstacle. You receive your first point when one of your feet touches this step. You receive your second point when you touch step number 3. Third point on step number 4. Fourth point on step number 5. And your fifth and final point when you dismount onto the green without touching the blue. From there, you are not allowed to touch the blue floor. You will go on to the trampoline and on to the space spider. You will use the jumping spider, this trapeze bar, to this UFO. Just be aware this is a low clearance, so taller competitors, keep your feet up. UFO to on or past this red pad. This is a 3-point obstacle. You receive your first point just for touching the jumping spider. You receive your second point when you touch the UFO. And you receive your third and final point when you dismount on or past the red. From there, you will come over to here and you will work on the lopsided laches. As you can see, the lache bars are all messed up, all lopsided. You will step your way up. For shorter competitors, we will have another box here to help you get up to this lache bar. You will go from this bar to this bar to this bar to this bar to dismounting on this green. There is no using the side bars at all. The only exception is when you're coming to dismount, you can use this PVC. You cannot use the bar, but you can use the PVC. This truss is also in play. So on this dismount, you can use this truss. This is a 4-point obstacle. You receive your first point when you touch bar number 2. Your second point when you touch bar number 3. Your third point when you touch bar number 4. And your fourth and final point when you dismount onto the green. From there, you will go on to Cliff's fly pegs. You can use this rope and this truss to get up to the pegboard. Work your way down the pegboard until you can get to this flywheel. This first flywheel is off. You are not allowed to use this first flywheel. Act like it isn't even there. Pegs to the flywheel. Flywheel to these green ledges here. You can also use the cliffhanger that's on the other side of that to dismount on or past this green pad. No touching the red here. All right, this is a 5-point obstacle. You receive your first point when one of the pegs touches past the tape. It just has to touch. It doesn't have to be in a hole. Just touches past the tape. Second point, when a peg touches past the second tape. Third point, when you touch the flywheel. Fourth point, when you touch the green ledges. Fifth point, when you dismount on or past the green. From there, you will go on to out of nowhere. As you see, there are 3 rings. They're not, one's way up there. How you get that third ring is by taking this ring to this ring. This ring is connected to a magnet up there. You have to pull this ring hard enough to get this ring to drop. From there, you will use that ring to dismount onto the red. I will warn you, it isn't just a light pull. You have to really pull on that ring to get that one to drop. All right? This is a 3-point obstacle. You receive your first point when you touch ring number 2. Your second point when you touch ring number 3. And your third and final point when you land on or past the red here. From there, your final obstacle is the warped wall. You will be limited in your run-up to these tumble tracks. Your feet can go on them, but they cannot go behind. On, not behind. This is a 3-point obstacle. You'll get 1 point if you go up and over wall number 1. 2 points if you go up and over wall number 2. And 3 points if you go up. You could use the 12-foot bar to get up and over wall number 3. Your time will stop when you have your whole body past the wall. There's no buzzer to hit. I don't want you guys running all over the warped wall to hit a buzzer. So just get your feet up and over the warped wall to stop your time. Again, like every other time we've done the warped wall before, you get the points only for the lowest wall you use. Meaning, if you reach up to wall number 2 and you got to use wall number 1 to get up and over, you only get credit for wall number 1. If you catch wall number 1 and you pull up to wall number 2, you only get credit for wall number 1 because you used it to get to wall number 2. All right, again, your time limit, 3 minutes, 30 seconds. Have fun this week. Crush it, you guys. All right, ninjas. Here's your full course run. Pay attention.